And if your children would have died, you would have been losing your mind and you would have been charged with something different. And I need you to understand that there is never any excuse, no matter what is happening in your life, for somebody to get behind the wheel of a car and they've been drinking.
Welcome back to the courtroom. Today's case centers on Zenia Para, a young mother who says grief and heartbreak drove her to the bottle. But what makes this case different is what happened next. She got behind the wheel with her 2 toddlers in the car. Now she stands before Judge Boyd, not just to be sentenced, but to be reminded that driving drunk is never just a personal mistake. It puts innocent lives, especially children, at risk. This hearing isn't just about punishment. It's about accountability, second chances, and the weight of a mother's choices.
State of Texas versus Zenia Para. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Ryan Groomer for the state.
For the defense?
Tim Roundtree from Ms. Para.
All right, and are you Ms. Para?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Parr, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonition. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
I do.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of driving while intoxicated as a Class B misdemeanor? The range of punishment for that offense is up to 180 days in jail and up to a $2,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I do.
According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on Class B misdemeanor DWI. Punishment is be assessed at 180 days in the Bexar County Jail. There's a $500 fine. There's no application for deferred adjudication. State is recommending community supervision. There's to be ignition interlock for the full term, DWI intervention, 1-year Texas driver's license suspension, the DIP live parenting classes in DWI education. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
It is, Judge.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation and 80 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, I do.
Then to DWI is a Class B misdemeanor. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State, any evidence?
Yes, Judge. State would offer State's Exhibit number 1.
No objection.
Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. At reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, we just ask you to follow the plea agreement. Ms. Para is very remorseful over that. It was a really bad circumstance for her, but it's not an excuse. And she's going to do better.
All right, so Ms. Parr, how old were your children?
I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old.
All right, so something bad happens in your life, so you decide to drink and drive with 2 young children in the car. Do you even understand what could have happened? And what I've discovered, and again, my statistics professor would be disappointed in me for saying this, but this is just what I've discovered. What I've discovered is people who drive intoxicated, you know what ends up happening when they have an accident? They're just fine. They walk away without a scrape. Usually the person who ends up getting killed is the passenger or somebody that they hit, just the person who's trying to go to a lunch date or dinner, they get hit and the drunk driver is okay. And then they come in boohooing and crying. So your husband, according to this, was unfaithful. So you decide to drink and have your 2 children in a vehicle while you're drunk. And I read the police report. So what ends up happening, you get arrested and the husband who you said was cheating on you comes and picks up the children. So are you still in a relationship with him?
I'm still married to him. Yes.
And you're working on things?
That's right.
See, here's the thing. In relationships, you have choices to make. And I guess your choice is to stay with him. But in a relationship, when you have children, and people may disagree with me on saying this because I don't have any children, but what I do know is 2-year-old and 4-year-old can't make decisions on their own. And so in relationships, when you have children and those children can't support themselves and be on their own, you should be putting them first. And putting them first was not driving with them. You understand?
If I may say something.
Yes. Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to say, like, this is not an excuse. I own up to what I did. But my mother had also passed away that same year.
Mhm.
So it was a lot of other things that occurred throughout that time. It wasn't just my husband cheating. So I just wanted to say that.
How old are you?
I'm 34 years old.
All right, so here's the thing, people who want to drink, you should not drive. If people are feeling depressed and they want to drink, go to your house, drink at home, have a babysitter for your children, take a mental health day, find some adult who is responsible to take care of your children, and you can drink and walk, although I don't recommend that because you'll probably cause an accident by walking in the street. You can drink and ride your bicycle, although I don't recommend that. You can drink and take the via bus, but of course you'll be charged with public intoxication. You want to drink in your house and cry, go ahead. I found what really works is just take a bubble bath, cry away in the bubble bath, eat some chocolate, drink some water, and the day will look better. The next day is always better. And you almost had a permanent solution for a temporary problem. So your temporary problem was your husband's cheating and you get in the car with your children. And if your children would have died, you would have been losing your mind and you would have been charged with something different. And I need you to understand that there is never any excuse, no matter what is happening in your life, for somebody to get behind the wheel of a car and they've been drinking. Because then guess what? Your problem, your bad day becomes somebody else's bad day and problem if you hit them. And who knows, your children may end up finding a cure for cancer and that would have been removed for us because of your actions. So I'm hoping that you truly understand your actions and truly understand what could have happened and where you could be. You understand? So are you receiving any type of therapy or mental health treatment for all of this that has been dumped on you?
I guess God is my therapy. Really, is my therapy. That's what I call therapy to me. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And I'm going to give you some relationship advice. What people should know about relationships. If you get back together, whatever problem existed before you got back together, if it is not addressed and solved, it's still there. You just back together. You understand? All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 180 days in the Bexar County Jail. That'll be suspended and probated for 2 years. There's to be ignition interlock full term, DWI intervention, 1 year Texas driver's license suspension, DIP live, DWI education. There's to be 80 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to do that, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be waived. There's to be parenting classes. And once you complete those parenting classes, the remaining hours will be waived. Are you employed?
No, I'm a stay-at-home mother.
All right. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be field visits 1 time per month. And probation, let them know when they do the field visits, they need to look in the refrigerator and everywhere else to make sure there's no alcohol in the house. There's to be regular UAs. And make sure she's tested for alcohol. All right, is there anything else you need from the court? Probation, is there anything else she needs?
Your Honor, I believe the DIP live is supposed to be VIP live.
I apologize.
Okay, thank
VIP,
you.
not DI.
All righty. Well, I thought maybe you were planning on dipping in, dipping out. Okay.
Nothing else, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else with regards to sentencing?
Yeah, you are.
All right, good luck. We can go off the record. So Ms. Para, here's the thing. It sounds to me like your day is occupied. You take care of your children. You stay at home, take care of the house. What do you do outside of that? Do you have friends? Do you have hobbies?
I do have hobbies. I like to exercise. I like to play with my children outdoors.
Okay. Exercise is not really a hobby. That's a lot of work. Yeah.
I like to read. I like to write poems.
All right, so here's the thing, and I don't know what is happening in your marriage. I hope it is successful and everything works out. But I always tell people, I think stay-at-home moms are great. I think it's great for children if you can stay at home. Not everybody can, but you need to be able to support yourself. I'm not ordering you to get employment, but if your marriage were to end today, it's sort of like how the bill's going to get paid, what's going to be done. So you need to make sure that you're able to support yourself. You understand? All right, good luck to you. All right, Ms. Para, the state has decided to request that the motion to revoke be withdrawn. You're on probation. You've got to follow through on what your conditions are. Do you understand?
Yes.
Is there anything you do not understand? All right, so here's the thing. If you have another motion to revoke filed against you, you're looking at potentially 180 days in the jail. Do you understand?
Yes.
Is there anything you do not understand? All right. Is there anything that you need help with so you can be successful on this probation?
I would request maybe alter the times of the breathalyzer.
The time for what?
For the breathalyzer,
Why?
I go to sleep earlier than 10 o'clock. So it does disrupt my sleeping patterns.
All right, so I will tell you what, I will consider doing that once you show me that you can abide by the court's rules. So if you show the court that you can abide by those rules, then maybe those times will be changed. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right,
Judge, if I may,
yes.
the way that the times are set up for her to test into the device, it's 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., and
Wait, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m.
yes,
and then 5
5
p.m.
p.m. to 8 p.m.,
Mhm.
and then 10 p.m. to midnight. What we have discussed of possible changing the times were to remain from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m.,
Okay,
then 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., and then 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's just a slight change of a couple of hours for the midday and the evening.
all right. And I'm not taking any of the allegations in the motion as true because y'all have come up with some agreement. But I do have some concerns. So do you think she needs to have any sober meetings? Are you engaged in doing sober meetings?
I would consider it. Yes.
But no, are you engaged?
Oh, no, no.
All right, I think she needs to do sober support meetings.
Okay, Judge.
All right, so I'm gonna order 60. I'm sorry, how far are you all extending her?
6 months, Judge.
All right, this is what I'm gonna order. I'm gonna order 90 sober meetings in 90 days. And hopefully, once you start doing those meetings, you will come to enjoy it and it will help you maintain your sobriety. And I understand that sometimes people are like, oh, I don't want to do it. But everybody who has started those programs and started doing those meetings, they come to enjoy it. And your doing those meetings helps others as well, okay? All right, so I'm going to ask for 90 sober meetings in 90 days. And based upon the probation's recommendation, then I will allow the windows for her to test 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., and 9 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Yes, Judge.
And you should be in your house. Nothing good happens after midnight anyway. You understand?
Yes.
All right, is there anything else?
No, Judge.
Anything else you need from the court?
No.
The extension that you have, Judge, please don't sign that. I'm gonna add that, the sober support meetings.
Okay, all right, if you'll add that,
I just want the withdrawal back.
yes.
Thank you.
All right.
This wasn't just a sentencing. It was a plea for responsibility and a reminder that real lives hang in the balance every time someone drives drunk, especially with children in the car. Judge Boyd gave Zenia Para a chance, but also a warning. Next time, it could be too late.